My name is Gokhan Avcioglu, principal and founder. GAD means Global Architectural Development, and also our foundation, GAD Foundation. Our architecture group established, founded 25 years ago. This year, our 25 years, the silver age, let's say. And almost we are 60 architects from the different countries and different the disciplines. Mm-hmm. And also our foundation every year
is expanding and growing.
Yeah, and also every year with approximately 50 or 60 interns from different countries get together and work some workshops and some projects. Especially, we would like to give them the new architecture, more human and social aspects. I think being an architect, it's not only the learning from the architecture school. I think you start primary school, maybe in the high school, learning about art history, and also some Asian civilizations and human being, many things. And also these or he would work on some techniques, not only to build a building, also dreaming and understanding his or her environment. And we always work on some infographics, comparing our projects, what we do, what we are working on, what we understand, what we learned before, what we did. And I think the infographics makes the knowledge visible. That's the important thing. How can knowledge and our experience visible? Architecture making a space full of them. What we like, especially the architecture design, not only architects, also engineer, we call them the archineer. And very important, the structure as a space also, not only the architecture. And we prepared different infographics like this, what happened before us, and what we are working on right now. What is the next steps, and who inspires us? Always we appreciate their works and then put in all infographics. The first one about the timeline. What happened? What kind of approaching the architecture? And second one about our behavior, our the mindset, the business, technology, and creativity. We would like to combine all our projects. As a business, what we learn, how can we make it sustainable? And second one, the creativity. Some of them more cosmetic, some of them art of survival part. And especially innovative way is very important for architecture today, especially the construction. Need the new robots and methodology and the different kind of the techniques. That's our focus on all our projects, step by step. How can we execute the building? How can we build that building?
So we'll begin by talking a little bit about the Cadde project. Would you mind explaining some project details for us?
Cadde is a kind of guerrilla store, guerrilla shopping mall, adding something to the existing shopping mall and making the more potential opportunity for buying, selling, gathering, and this kind of the public events. We like to design not only the permanent buildings and also creating a live more
temporary as well as
activity and event space. Event space is very important. Approaching the site to do something for us. And the Cadde, and I think the successful project. I think the fantastic potential for our next projects and also for our clients inspirational model.
So just to talk about where the project is situated, which is in Shishli, it's placed on an existing shopping mall on top, in an open space, and between two towers. One is a commercial unit, commercial tower, and the other one a residential. It's a project that finished in 2014. And
very new.
It's quite new, yes. 25 units, 2 floors, recreational rooftop, and also connects directly to the mall below it, and also has received 3 international awards. The first one in 2014 with the German Iconic Awards, the second one with in 2014 again with the European Property Award, and finally 2015 for the Green Good Design Award.
Exactly, and the Cadde shows us potential for every buildings, and we design and build, and also the existing buildings and the existing streets and for everywhere. Today we will try to understand the building potentials. It's not only the floor, also add something on the surface, on the top, on the roof, and hanging, adding, putting whatever this kind of the spaces. I think the next generation and also the Istanbul needs more green area, more space like a square, maybe not exactly a square, but the gathering. Because the social media makes them easily get the gathering. Actually, we work with some different projects, like a fish market, and this one, and the Borusan Music Center, and also Esma Sultan and the Gedik Pasha, and always we would like to make the dead space, that area, only residential area. We would like to add this kind of new. But it's not only new, also we talk about it, and it's an old flavor, old spirit. Making the different places residential, there is no market, there is no so quiet, and all mixed it up. I like to mix it up. This project is quite like this kind of, but the urbanized, not only without the Cadde, the part, it's so strict and so hard for me. And I think that this model will be a kind of finding a way in between. And today, if you look at Istanbul, there are many local bazaar, temporary bazaar, on the street for different days. Monday you can go to the Asian side. Tuesday you can go to the southwest, and you can go to different places. And every day, if you need something affordable, fresh, organic, and also find some homemade clothing and some souvenirs from this kind of things. And we would like to organize this kind of relationship. Istanbul has approximately 33 municipalities, one great municipality, and that 33. We try to inspire them, and we talk them to give a place. Let's create this kind of spaces, temporary and permanent. We work on them right now, especially our foundations is a mission mindset, finding in this kind of places, the projects.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the location of Cadde. It's in a neighborhood called Shishli, which is Mecidiyeköy Shishli.
It's a village, but
yeah.
It's the urbanized village. Mm. I think one of the biggest the village in the world.
Yeah, huge population. Yeah, it's on the European side of Istanbul.
It's a kind of link, especially the old one, Silk Road. Mm-hmm. Silk Road, the Mecidiyeköy on the Silk Road actually. But today is many the transportation, the
links, main roads,
the subway, and also the highway, as all of them.
It's like a crossing point for all these
things.
Exactly. Yeah. Many different communities living there, which have now expanded. So you had like the Armenians, the Greeks, the Jews, the Turks, everybody living side by side. And now it's an area which is, there's a lot of banks, a lot of offices, a lot of residential buildings, and also very large, I think it's the largest indoor shopping centre in Europe, which is there as well, which is nearby. So a very busy neighborhood. So if we talk about the inspiration of the design and how Cadde, what was Cadde inspired by, we talked about a few things, like for example the agora and existing bazaars. If you could talk a little bit about those for us.
I think the shopping never changed, and it comes from the 3,005 years. And the buying, selling, and bargaining, negotiating relationship. But there are many chain stores. The chain store, any cities, any shopping mall, their rules, especially department stores. Another story. But we would like to are interested in the local potential. The shopping mall, existing shopping mall, has many stores, but on the top, we call that Cadde. We tried to add new potential, new flavor restaurants, the small. The bar and the cafes, and also a new generation store.
It's like an alternative to the mall which is underneath it. It's like an extension of it, with a new type of ambience, a new type of environment, a different type of environment.
And in the open air spaces in between, among the stores, made by the containers. And also the open air cinemas, and also the square and the multi-purpose area for concert. I think every week there's a concert there. different groups and bands.
These are the qualities that you've drawn out from inspiration, such as the agora, like the public space, the gathering of people, and the entertainment versus the commercial side. And similarly in the bazaars as well, it's